Bob Mason from FX Empire, and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Ripple's XRP, looking at the MACDs, the moving averages, the day's support, resistance, and pivot levels, and the Fibonacci's. It is the 5th of May. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against US dollar, it's a bullish start to the day here. Can we see Bitcoin avoid a fallback through the pivot at 54,495 to take another run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 55,922. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Bitcoin to break out from this morning's high, 55,425, however. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance at 56 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally through the day, you're going to see Bitcoin target 60,000 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 58,594. A fall through the pivot would bring the first major support level at 51,823 into play. Barring another extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should stay clear of sub-50s, 23.6% fib at 54.73, and the second major support level at 53.96 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACD, we have a widening of the bullish histograms after a bullish cross at the turn of the day, supporting this morning's upside. On the EMAs, however, the 50 has narrowed in on the 200, so need to look out for a possible bearish cross. So keep an eye on that through the early part of the day. So key through the morning, avoid a fallback through the pivot at 54,495, break out from this morning's high, 55,425, to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will come into play. Across Ethereum against US dollar, positive start to the day. Going to need to see Ethereum move back through the pivot at 3314 to take a run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 3461. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Ethereum to break back through to 3400 levels, however. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance at 3500 to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, we've got the second major resistance level at 3682 and resistance at 4000 to come into play. Failure to move back through the pivot would bring the first major support level at 3093 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should stay clear of sub 3000s. Second major support level sits at 2945. Looking at the MACD, we have a widening of the bearish histogram through mid-morning, supporting this pullback. On the EMAs, the 50 has also flattened marginally on the 100 and the 200, but still a bullish indicator. Need to keep an eye on that through the morning. So key through the early part of the day, move back through the pivot at 3314 and break back through to 3400 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, and support levels will be in play. Moving across to Litecoin against US dollar, it's a bullish start to the day. Going to need to see Litecoin avoid a slide through the pivot at 300 to take a run at the second major resistance level, sitting at 353. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Litecoin to break back through that first major resistance level at 329 and through this morning's high 342. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that morning high 342 and resistance at 350 to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, should see Litecoin test resistance at 360 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 353. Failure to move back through the first major resistance level would bring the pivot level at 300 and sub 300 levels into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, however, Litecoin should stay clear of sub 290 and the first major support level at 277. Looking at the MACDs, we had a widening of the bullish histograms after yesterday's late bullish cross before a narrowing early in the morning. So need to keep an eye on that. On the EMAs, it's still a bullish indicator, however, with the 50 pulling away further from the 100 and the 200, suggesting further upside ahead. So key through the morning would be to break back through the first major resistance level at 329 and break through this morning's high 342 to target 360s. Failure to do that, and you could see sub 300s in play. Moving across to Ripple's XRP against US dollar, it's a bullish start to the day. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP avoid a fallback through the pivot at 1.4239 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 1.5228. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Ripple's XRP to break back through to 1.5. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and the 23.6% fib at 1.5426 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, could see Ripple's XRP target 1.7s before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 1.6567. A fallback through the pivot would bring the first major support level at 1.2899 and the 38.2% fib at 1.2807 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should avoid sub 1.2s. Second major support level sits at 1.1911. Looking at the MACD's, got a slight narrowing of the bullish histogram mid-morning, so keep an eye on that. On the EMAs, it's also suggestive of some downside possibly through the morning, with the 50 pulling back from the 100 and narrowing in on the 200. So key through the early part of the day would be for Ripple's XRP to avoid fall back through the pivot at 1.4239 and break through to 1.5 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will come into play.